Yo, what is up guys? It is Gumwings here, back with another reaction video. It's been such a long time since I did this intro, and I did a reaction video. So today I am back with another reaction video. We're going to be reacting to 3 disturbing true Snapchat stories. It is by Mr. Nightmare. It's been such a long time since I reacted to one of his videos, so I decided to return back to him. And I will also react to Nightmare Files as well. I do plan on returning back to the horror reaction videos, as well as sometimes maybe even a funny reaction video like Side Night Happiness or even RDC World. We'll just see what happens. I'll basically react to anything. I want to mix up the content a bit now, try to get like a more variety of fan bases. So I'm gonna have my reaction. I'm trying to upload 4 videos a week now, and then possibly by June or even July, the Total Drama series comes out. So hopefully that comes out soon. But enough of me talking, let's go react to the video right now. But before we even start, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the post notification bell, because I don't have a schedule. Also guys, make sure to go watch the video for yourselves, because I'll be pausing a lot here, so that like, you know, I don't get copyright claimed. I'm going to be pausing a lot, giving my input along the way. And if you don't want to hear me talk, if you don't want me to pause, just go watch the video for yourselves. This is just my review. So yeah, let's begin in 3, 2, 1. Damn, that intro took like more than a minute, didn't it? Alright, story 1 by Candice Michaels. I can read that.
Details are still fresh in my mind.
Alright.
I've been using dating apps on and off for years. I think Tinder sucks, along with its customer service, and I was never a fan of Hinge or OkCupid.
I never used Cupid. I never heard Cupid.
My Bumble bio, I have my height, which is 4'11". I make a joke about being short.
I never used
Bumble.
Bumble.
Instagram and Snap at the bottom. Because of that, I get a decent amount of random follow requests.
Fun fact, guys, I don't use Snapchat. I used to have a Snapchat, but then like I just stopped using it. I don't really use Snapchat anymore.
I usually only add them back if I recognize their name from a recent conversation on Bumble, or if their Bitmoji looks pretty normal. I know that.
Doesn't like every Bitmoji look normal?
There's a lot of stupid, disgusting boys on Bumble, but it's not as bad as Tinder.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, we're going from a girl's point of view. I had to like process that for a bit.
Usually when that happens, I'll mess with them a little bit and then unmatch them.
Wow.
I guess 3, almost 4 weeks ago, I matched this actually pretty attractive guy. He sent some pickup line that was kind of creative and got my attention. Pretty soon he asked for my Snap. 10 seconds later, he added me after noticing I had my Snap in my bio anyway.
Alright, just before like we continue the video, I just need to put my input on this. Like, for me personally, I don't like online dating whatsoever. It's a bit risky because you don't know who's on the other side. You could be catfish, you could be baited. And at the same time, like, people lie about their ages all the time. So, like, besides being catfish and, like, being set up, you could also be catching a case, which is, like, another thing that I don't want to happen. So that's why, like, I don't do online dating. This is why, like, usually, if you guys follow me and whatever, or I follow you back, I'm usually not the first one to, start the conversation unless it's important. Like, if we're going to do a collab or I need something from you, like, yo, you owe me, please give me this amount of V-Bucks, for example. Like, that's when I would start the conversation. But other than that, I normally do not start conversations. So yeah, so you guys would never get a pickup line from me whatsoever. You guys will never get, like, I would rarely start the conversation. So that's why, like, my DMs are dry or whatever. It's like I'm not the one that's starting it. So yeah.
So I added him back because why not? He started messaging me on Snap.
If someone added me back, I'll be like, it's whatever.
His Bumble profile and sent it to my girlfriends, mentioning how attractive he is. friend Gianna replied right away saying it's a catfish. She matched it too.
Probably.
So I
Probably is a
decided I'd mess with
catfish.
them a little bit.
Probably is a
The things he was
catfish.
messaging me on Snap were slowly progressing to be more sexual.
Okay,
Some
yeah.
the most unattractive things possible. And
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah, yeah. If okay, I know I'm a guy or whatever, and like this might sound weird, but like I do not follow stereotypes. Okay, I'm probably the one that breaks out of most stereotypes. Um, if someone got sexual with me, man or woman, I would probably be like, "Yo, I'm kind of flattered that you have feelings for me, but I don't like you that way." And then I'll just say like, "I don't date people I know online." So, yeah, I'm sorry to break your heart, but I don't date people online. I won't block you right away, but if you can't understand that and just keep spamming me, then I'll probably block you. But I'll just tell you that gently, like, I don't like you that way. I'm not trying to date people online.
face started getting noticeably salty. I said
Damn.
I would be down to come over if they sent me a selfie. He didn't send a
Ooh.
selfie, of course. He just replied with a message asking what my address is.
Nah, you don't
I
give me your
replied at
address.
first, asking my girls what I should do next.
Don't give me your address.
Then I got a
Block.
notification that the guy screenshotted my Snapchat profile. I
Damn.
immediately blocked him and remembered I had my location on the snap map as
Oh,
Probably meant the
damn.
houses in my area are spaced out enough where he could easily identify which house I was in. I panicked, asking my girlfriends what to do. They tried to calm me down, assuring me there was no.
And then there's a knock on the door.
They did a good job because they made me realize how ridiculous him coming to my house sounded.
No, there's gonna be a knock on your door, bro.
Watching New Girl on Netflix.
There's gonna be a knock on your
It
door.
suddenly rang.
Called it!
I paused the show, and I felt my heart jump into my throat. I was home alone, not expecting my parents or siblings.
Does she have any cameras?
I turned off my bedroom light and TV screen.
Hide in the
In
closet?
total darkness to give the illusion no one was home.
Hide in the
I
closet?
suddenly got a notification that someone added me on Snap.
It's alt
The
account.
username was "It's me, add me back." I blocked the account immediately. 2 minutes later, another account added
He's
me.
making alt
This
accounts.
one, the username was "I'm outside your house."
He
I
make alt
screenshotted that and
accounts.
sent it to my friends and family, now in tears. I blocked it as well. There was a long pause now. I hoped maybe he had given up.
Imagine he breaks a
At
window.
that time, I was texting friends and family.
He broke in.
All their phone calls.
Yo,
because
I would be
paranoid.
I would actually be terrified if he broke in somehow. Like you're just in your room. She probably doesn't have any cameras or whatever, so she can't tell like if he's gone or not. And then he somehow got in the house. Like I'll be absolutely terrified. Like after that, when everything seems calm, I'm just searching on the whole house. Like I'm looking through like every single possible hiding space there and looking for the guy. Make sure he's not in there. And then next thing I would do is probably get like police surveillance for at least a week. So like he would probably leave me alone. Like
But I
that's
heard him
crazy.
outside. Finally, I got another dreaded notification from Snap.
He's in your basement.
Someone added me. This time the username said, "I'm looking right at you."
Ooh.
I turned to the window
Ooh.
naturally.
Ooh.
I wish I hadn't.
Ooh.
I wish I just ran out of the room
I'm
and called
bro,
you.
bro. I'm not ready. I ain't ready. I ain't ready for a jump scare, bro. I ain't ready for a jump scare. I mean, it's Mr. Nightmare, bro. I'm backing up a bit.
But I looked and saw him looking into my room.
Okay,
This
no jump
disgusting,
scare.
smiling
Bad.
man. I'm sure my face
Bro,
turned
that
completely ghostly white.
yo, that would be the perfect setup for a jump
The
scare.
entire house, screaming at the top of my lungs down the street. 2 neighbors came outside in response, and I basically ran into one of their arms, crying for help. The neighbor called the police for me.
And then he
I
left.
was not found in or around the house.
He left.
I somehow had to gather the courage to go back into that house and stay there for the night. I locked myself in my parents' room since it's the only bedroom upstairs with a lock,
Ooh.
and I prayed I'd be able to fall asleep.
And she did fall
I lay
asleep.
awake for seemingly hours though, and eventually I knew for a fact I heard something outside the door, like tiny, soft footsteps causing ever so slight cracks in the wood.
Ooh.
I sat up and stared at the bottom of the door, dreading the lights outside turning on or someone trying to open the door. I grabbed my cell phone and dialed 911. I immediately said to the operator in a quiet whisper that someone was inside my house and I was alone. But maybe I didn't say it quietly enough, because footsteps on the other side of the door confirmed that I was right. I
Ooh.
wasn't just hearing things.
Ooh.
The footsteps walked away from the door quickly. I heard them go down the stairs, and eventually I heard the front storm door slam shut. Cops arrived shortly. The same cops had returned. This time they wouldn't allow me to sleep there the rest of the night. I called my friend Gianna, who was still awake, and she said I could come sleep over for the rest of the weekend. The police escorted me there after I locked up my house. I'm grateful I didn't fall asleep that night, as I wouldn't have heard those tiny footsteps outside my room. I might not have called the cops in time.
Wait. I need some closure with that story. I need some closure. Like, did he ever come back? Did you move? Like, I would probably just move by now. Like, he already escaped the police twice. Maybe he might escape it a third time. So, like, I'm already moving out, selling the house, moving. I'm not going to sleep in the house for quite a while either. So, that's why I don't put my locations on, like, when I post pictures of my house or whatever. Like, when I do selfies on Insta or, like, I'm doing stuff on Insta, I do not put my locations on. Usually, let me check my phone right now. Is that my location on? Because usually I have my locations off because like I'm paranoid like that, and like I'm scared that that it might automatically put my location up. So I always have my locations off. Yeah, I know I'm weird like that, but I value my safety more than ever. Okay, J Tide. Get to see the
I hardly
story.
use Snap. I find it to be an immature form of communication. I only have it
Immature.
so I can receive snaps from friends and occasionally send people snaps while I'm on vacation somewhere or doing something fun.
Hmm.
I do not view Snapchat as a viable replacement for simply texting someone.
That's why I have
That said,
Insta,
this girl Kate that I
Insta and
haven't heard from
Discord
in
on my
months,
on
who
my
I was kind
texting
of into, one
sites.
night randomly snapped me. My face lit up a bit.
Hmm.
She snapped me a picture in a dark room, presumably her bedroom, saying, "What are you doing?" I replied with an awkward selfie, saying watching Friends, made more awkward with the obnoxiously bright flash from my phone.
Ooh.
Another reason I hate Snapchat, because I look terrible in selfies. Expecting her to run away after my selfie, she actually snapped back. I could barely make out part of her face. It was 90% black wherever she was, with a hint of red glow. She said in the snap to come to her place. I was done with the stupid selfies, so I just messaged her back asking where. She sent an address. It was 10 minutes away.
Wait. This guy got a snap from like some random girl and is like going to her house already. And like the pictures are like black. Like she's literally taking a picture in the dark. How does this man not see any red flags? Like, this is just dumb. He's just being dumb at this point. Like, maybe he's desperate. Maybe he wants a girlfriend or whatever. Like, bro, I've been there too. I've been desperate sometimes. Maybe. I don't know. But, like, I'm not going to travel to some random girl's house just to get laid. Like, this guy's just weird. This guy's just desperate and just asking for bad stuff to happen. Like,
Bored, so why not? I got in my
you're
car
just
and started
asking
following towards
for
my
your life
house.
to end.
It wasn't that far.
He's basically asking for his
I was
life
there
to
quicker
end.
than expected,
Wow.
but I'm also a speedy driver.
He
Few
ran
steps
past
inside
the
house,
the
we
speed
entered the
limit.
same town I live in.
He went over the speed
Since I
limit
have
just
her
to get to
number,
the
she
house,
texted me,
didn't he?
but with my car idling and her not answering right away, I decided to just call her. The call was answered, but she didn't say anything on the other end. In fact, all I heard was garbled background noise, likely because the phone was answered by accident.
Ooh. Then next thing you know, his tires get slashed, his windows get broken, he gets taken out, and then he dies. Okay, he probably didn't die, but something scary is gonna happen. His car's probably gonna get damaged. Like, what did you expect was gonna happen when you went to some random girl's house and at the same time, half the pictures, oh no, wait, not half, all the pictures were 90% black. Like, it was just pitch black darkness. There was no lighting, no flash, just darkness in a dark room. Like, you probably just, you, I don't get how people don't see these
I said hello a
flags.
few times, hoping maybe she'd hear me
Like,
in
if
her
I
back
see these
pocket or
flags,
wherever I
I'm
put
already
my phone.
gone. Like, I'm
I
not
listened
playing
for a
with
while,
life.
and eventually I started hearing a man's voice in the background.
Yeah,
I
yo,
screamed hello 2
out.
more times into
Get
the
out.
phone,
Out.
and then I distinctly heard in a girl's scream, "Help me," before the call was
Ooh.
hung up. I didn't know what to make of all of that. I texted her one more time, "What's going on?" Minutes later, I got a text back saying, "Come in, I just opened the front door."
It was
I
a
looked to the
setup.
house.
It was a
Sure
setup.
enough, the front door was left open now.
It was a
At the
setup.
same time, I got another snap from Kate. I opened it immediately. It was a picture of her legs in a dark room. She was wearing ripped jeans and it looked like she was sitting on the floor. Something wasn't right here.
It was a
I wasn't
setup.
going in that house.
It was a setup.
I called 911 and reported a possible kidnapping situation. In the meantime, while waiting for the cops, I texted back the number saying, "1 second, I'm on a phone call, then I'll come right in." But there was no answer. In fact, the next time I looked at the front door of the house, it was closed now. I was
Ooh.
worried that what I was imagining was coming true. A cop car eventually pulled up behind my car, and I pointed them at the house. Another cop car pulled up quickly across the street, and 2 more cops got out. A total of 4 cops were knocking at the front door. A man opened the door, and they identified that they received a reported kidnapping in the house. One of the police officers actually let himself into the house past the man. The other 2 followed, while one stood with me by the front porch.
Ooh.
Not even 30 seconds later, one of the cops yelled at the other 2 to get him in cuffs. And then a girl's cries for help soon became apparent from the basement. I was in absolute shock.
It was a
The girl I
trap.
recognized as Kate was being escorted out of the house in tears.
It was a trap.
She was a wreck. She looked like she had just experienced a life-changing trauma. I can't even...
Yo. Okay. I'm gonna take half of it back of me not going there. But like, if you start calling for help from me and I have an address, I'm calling the cops. Like, you have to give me your address and then send me like some message of you asking for help. Then I'm calling the cops. I'm not going near the premises, but I am sending cops to your location. Like, I'm still valuing my life, but if you send me an address and then you something seems off, like you tell me like you need help or something, then yeah, I'm sending help. I'm not going there personally because I'm not a professional and like I would probably just mess things up and get myself in trouble or get myself hurt. But you have to make like the clues a little bit more obvious because I'm not going in the premises. So if you send the address and then you send me like a message of you saying help or whispering help, like you know like Insta has like those you record a voice message. If you just whisper help, I'm down. I would actually like send help. So you're good. If you just do those stuff, I'm sending help, but like I'm not going in the area.
imagine. This wasn't even her house. This was apparently the man's house. But the girl's aunt didn't live too far, so she was brought there. Obviously, the man was brought
Hmm,
to jail, and I'm sure he's now in prison.
probably.
That Kate girl really didn't seem to want to talk to me too much beyond thanking me for saving her life a bunch of times. I'm not mad about it, though. I understand. Experiencing whatever she went through in that basement is probably something no one wants to think about.
Yeah.
Greetings. My name is Terry Carnation of the podcast Dark Air with Terry Carnation, reading a story for the aptly named Mr. Nightmare.
Oh, I like this voice. I like this voice, bro.
I am an 18-year-old guy and a freshman in college. I go to school in my hometown so that for my first year I can live with my parents and save money on student housing. I go to Montana State University in Billings, the state's largest city. And no, we don't ride horses to school. We have cars. In school,
I don't know
still knew and
stereotypes,
hung
so
out with
like,
most of my high school friends that
'cause I'm not
decided to stay in
American.
town for school as well. But in my calculus class, I didn't know anyone. I am pretty outgoing and can easily start a conversation with
I
anyone.
can't. Yeah, the
But
cause
as a
like
stranger,
I'm
found it
we're gonna
hard to
continue
make
conversations. I
friends.
can't start it.
Eventually, I just gave up and went to class to learn rather than make friends. About 2 weeks into school, this guy I hadn't seen in class before started to sit near me. He would always come in around 10 minutes late and would sit as close to me as possible.
Mhm.
It weirded me out, so I would sit as far from the door as possible to see if he was actually trying to sit near me. I observed that he
And then he
waited until late
was.
and walked past at least 10 open chairs just to sit beside, in front of, or behind me.
He's
He had this
addicted to
creepy
you.
vibe.
Wow.
His hair was always messed up and greasier than a McDonald's burger.
Okay, wait. I saying like think about this for a quick sec. Um, I would get creepy vibes if like everywhere I went he was there. So like let's say I was on the right side, he was on the right side of the class. Like you see like this classroom, if I was on the right side, he was in the right side. If I went to the left side, he went to the left side. Like I would really get creepy vibes from that. Like every day I would be switching sides and he would be following me. Like I would just get creepy vibes from that. But usually, like when I'm at school, like I usually just pick one spot and I just stay there for the rest of the school year. Like I'm too, I don't know, it's just like a feeling I get. So I always pick one spot in each class and I just sit there for the rest of the year. I don't pick any other spot. So, but like if he doesn't pick one spot, like I just keep jumping sides and he keeps following me, like that's when I would get creepy vibes.
His clothes were ripped up and looked ancient. His hands were always black with dirt. I am a neat freak and always
Ooh.
keep myself and my things clean and organized.
So like you're not gonna let him
Just
touch your
looking
stuff.
at him repulsed me a little bit. He also
You're
looked way
repulsive.
older than the rest of the class.
I mean, you're in uni, aren't you?
40. He started to
Anyone could
fall
be in
behind
uni.
in class since he never took notes and he started asking me for help. Even though he looked creepy and gross, he seemed very nice and shy. I felt bad for him and would explain problems to him when he asked me to, but tried to keep it casual and not be overly nice. One day, he asked me for my Snapchat so that he could get help when we weren't in class, since
Ooh.
calc was only a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. After hesitation, I gave him my username. Strangely, he wrote it on his arm in huge letters with a king-sized Sharpie. After
Acting like it's a
class, I
tattoo,
was
isn't
taking my
it?
car to go home and saw that he had already added me and Snapchatted me. I groaned and regretted giving him my username. I got in my car
The
and drove the
regrets.
20 minutes home. By the time I arrived, I had forgotten about it and went about my day. I should mention now, a girl's name added me on Snapchat on this day too, so I added her back, even though I didn't know who it was.
It was him all
That night I got
along.
another Snapchat from him. I opened it. The first one from earlier that day was of his arm with my username on it. The
Ooh.
caption had a ton of blushing faces on it.
He
more
likes
than I could care
you.
to count.
But like,
The
that's
second
such a big
was
age
a
difference if he is
in
40.
the bathroom mirror, but it looked like a gas station bathroom. It said, "The jeans you wore today were so tight around you, and I couldn't stop staring." I was immediately weirded out.
Ugh.
and
Okay,
started
that.
blocking him. I felt
Okay,
better
who
that
says
somebody
that
wanted
though? Like, who says that to a girl? Oh, your jeans look tight. I'm just gonna stare at you. Like, that ain't flirting. Like, that's just being creepy. That's not even a compliment. You can say, "Oh, the jeans look nice on you." Like, that's a compliment. But saying, "Oh, the jeans are tight on you," so I kept looking at you. Like, that's just plain out creepy. Like, then again, like, I'm not a girl, but personally, if someone said that to me, I would generally just get creeped out by that. I'm not sure about like any girls in my fan base. If you feel creepy by that, I would assume you would. Like, you do know what he's staring at. Like, if he says your jeans are tight and he's staring at you, we can all assume what he's staring at. And do you want guys to stare at you like that? The way she's describing him, he sounds like a total creep, anyways. So, like, would you want a creep staring at you like that? Uh, if I think not, basically.
to avoid an awkward situation in the next
So
class
that's
we
just
had
creepy.
together.
That's just
I
creepy,
didn't
bro.
reply to him and went about my day.
Yeah, I don't.
I had
There's
a
no way
few
to reply
friends
to
over
that
and left my phone
unless saying
sitting
like
on
he's
the
a total
couch,
creep.
and one of my friends picked it up and said, "Dude, who's this Jefferson guy? He sent you like 20 snaps." I
In
grabbed
like the span of an hour, bro, I can barely send that much DMs in the span of 1 hour. I sent one DM and then like I never replied back until like 2 days after. Mostly because like there's always dead space or like there's no way to reply. Like people leave me on spots where like I can't reply or else it'll sound dry. So, I don't respond for like two
I grabbed
hours.
my phone and scrolled through my notifications. I clicked on one, and it brought me to the chat section of Snapchat. The messages started off with him asking why I never replied, and got increasingly
Ooh.
more angry and aggressive as they went down. Then a
The
picture
hell?
popped up, and I opened it. It was of my front door, and it read, "Come out right now," in all caps, with about 100 exclamation points.
Okay, she had the locations on. Like, I don't get why people keep their locations on. Like, especially when you're adding random people, like people you don't know or people that you're creeped out about. Like, why would you have your location on? Like, a bunch of random people follow both my YouTube and my main account, and I don't keep my locations on. I only put my locations on when I'm in public. But like not when like I'm at home when taking like a picture at home. I don't put my locations on. So I don't get why people do that. Maybe it's because like most of the majority of their followers are basically friends or whatever. But honestly, I don't get it. I don't understand it whatsoever. But
I
damn,
suddenly
he's
remembered I
desperate
had my
though. If
location on
like
for Snap Maps.
he's mad just for her not replying. Like
I immediately
I've been
screenshotted
read,
and
I've been
deleted the
on scene,
messages.
but like I don't
Eventually,
complain. I
I
just
ended up
like
calling the police.
don't just like
That
let
was
it
odd,
slide.
since I didn't think he could get in.
He
Flash
breaks in right
forward 2
after.
weeks, and I hadn't seen the guy since. One night I was watching people's stories and came across Jefferson again. I was horrified because I thought I blocked him. I looked at the username and saw that it was the username that I thought was a girl adding me all that time ago.
Oh.
He had made a fake Snapchat, knowing I would probably end up blocking him.
Okay. Like that's just I don't even know where to begin with that. Like it's one thing making a fake account, but like it's just like a different thing just making a fake girl account. Because the girl you're stalking blocks your main. Like that's just a whole different story. That's just this guy's just desperate at this point. Like he's so paranoid that he's gonna get blocked that he made a fake account of a girl so that that account wouldn't get blocked. Like he's so desperate. And then he gets so mad when he gets blocked that he changes the name to like his main so like he can try to scare her. Like this guy's just this is why he's probably single. Like no girl's gonna date a man that acts like this.
It was even creepier, though. It was a picture of me walking with my friends in a parking lot earlier that day.
It was
I
there.
was pissed now. I messaged him and asked why he wouldn't just leave me alone, and why he couldn't realize I didn't want to be his friend. He only replied with more pictures of me taken over the last couple of weeks.
He's obsessed,
Me
bro.
walking, me driving.
That's why he
me
can't get
playing
no
golf with my
girl.
friends, me at a restaurant downtown with a girl I liked. I was so completely creeped out that I blocked him again. I wish I had saved the pictures. But after I press charges for stalking, I imagine the photos will be subpoenaed for evidence. I have since turned off my location for Snapchat.
Good job.
I only add back people that I know.
Good job.
Thank you, Mr. Nightmare, for that nightmarish story. Thank you, Tristan, for that
So is this gonna keep
indelible
talking
nightmare
or
of a story that you've shared.
is there gonna be
with
like
us.
more parts to it?
Blood curdling. Now, if I only knew what Snapchat was. I don't know what that is. Is it a device? I'm not sure. But I can only.
Oh, he does look like a boomer if you think about it.
Imagine.
He does look like a boomer if you think about it.
Frankly, I'm most surprised by the fact that someone in Montana is studying calculus. I didn't know they had universities in Montana, let alone courses like calculus.
So he just keeps talking or
I
like
bet they ride horses to class instead of cars. Oh, Tristan. Stay safe out there, buddy. Stay safe, Tristan, and only add people you know.
oh, it was a guy that added it?
Your chapsnats.
Snapchat.
Add friends and not creepy creepy.
Alright guys. Alright guys, if you guys want to like react to the rest of this, links in the description. Anyways, I'm just gonna go straight to the review. Like, I've said this a lot. I'm pretty sure it might be obvious to you guys, but I don't use Snapchat. I used to use it back in the day, but I stopped using Snapchat. Like, I don't use it anymore. So yeah, I really can't relate to this because I only use Snapchat since 2018, and it was like for like 2 days, and then like I just deleted it or stopped using it. I might go back on Snapchat and remake my account, but for now, I don't use Snapchat. I don't. But anyways, guys, my thoughts on this video. It's an okay video in my opinion. What can I say? It's alright. Let's just say that. The first one just kind of creeped me out a bit. Like, that it kind of creeped me out just because like he actually broke into the house. Like, if someone did that to me, like, I'm either moving out or not sleeping in the house for a couple of days. Probably both. So we'll see which one happens. And secondly, the second story, honestly, I kind of regret what I was saying. Like, I'll probably just like stop reading because I already know it's a trap. But like, if someone sends me like a message that says help and then like their address, I'm not playing no games. I'm not taking that as a prank. Like, I'll take that seriously. So like, I'll be sending like a lot of stuff. I'll be sending the cops. I'll be sending any help I can to that location. So you better not be playing with me. If like you send me help, you sound like distressed, and then you send me an address. Like, I'm not playing. I would actually like send like support. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I really don't have like anything for the last story except for like I just realized I can't even tell like if it was a girl or guy's point of view, because it sounded like it was a girl's point of view the whole time. But anyways, like, that was just creepy, like the way he was like approaching it. Like, if you like someone, okay, first of all, your age gap's different. She's probably in her 20s, you're in your 40s, so like I don't think you really had a chance with that to begin with. But let's say she gave you a chance, like she liked older men. You do not act like that in that way. You have to develop it over time. Like, take it from me, like, I develop relationships over time. Like, you do not act like that right away. Like, you don't be like, oh, I think you're pretty, I think you're cute. Like, you can say that as a compliment, but don't straight up saying like, oh, I kept staring at you because your jeans are tight or whatever. Like, do not say that. Like, you're just gonna keep them out. Like, you can compliment them as a friend. Like, that's the usual idea. It's like, oh yeah, you look nice in that dress or whatever. But like, I wouldn't say like, oh, you look so sexy in that dress. Oh, I would totally date you in that dress. Like, I would not say that. No, I would not. But I would rate this video a 7 out of 10. Like, maybe if I had Snapchat, I would probably relate. But because I don't, it's hard for me to relate to this. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you're new, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure you hit the post notification bell because I don't have a schedule. Anyways, peace out.
Okay, I used to be up to no good, hey. Now I got all of these shows booked, okay. Now I'm the man in my whole hood, damn, hey. Think I'm doing pretty well, I used to be up to no